to the legendary Vinyl Esquire.
The podcast that uplifts the DJ culture and honors our legends. Vinyl Esquire with DJ Rip.
You're now listening to the legendary Vinyl Esquire.
Vinyl Esquire. Culture, truth, music.
The podcast that uplifts the DJ culture and honors our legends. Vinyl Esquire with DJ Rip.
Hello world, I want to welcome you to Vinyl Esquire, the podcast that delivers culture, truth, music. Would you join me, please, in welcoming DJ Rip?
Hello world, I want to welcome you to Vinyl Esquire, and my name is DJ Rip. And Vinyl Esquire is the DJ podcast that uplifts the DJ culture and honors our legends. And right now, I have the honor to interview the legendary DJ, the legendary producer, one of the founding members of the legendary group, the Lench Mob. I would like to welcome to Vinyl Esquire, the legendary DJ Chilly Chill.
West. How everybody feeling? Welcome to Vinyl Esquire. We up in here. Rip, what's good with you?
Yes, sir, man. Chilly Chill, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Enjoying this West Coast life. The sun is out. The birds is chirping. You know what I'm saying? Out there hitting switches on them.
Yeah, it can't get much better than that, right?
Right.
So, Chilly Chill, listen, I want to thank you for allowing me to interview you on Vinyl Esquire. As I said before, Vinyl Esquire is the DJ podcast that uplifts the DJ culture and honors our legends. And you are definitely a legendary DJ and producer from the West Coast, a pioneer.
Right.
So, Chilly Chill, let's go ahead and take it all the way back to the beginning. So, Chilly Chill, can you tell me who or what made you want to be a DJ?
Well, that pushed me into that was Bobcat from Uncle Jam's Army.
Okay.
Bobcat.
So talk to me about that. Tell me what year would you say that you started DJing, and what was your first DJ name?
Man, I had so many names. I had Swift Cat, and then just ended up with Chilly Chill.
Okay, so were you a part of the California Cat crew?
Yes, tied to them.
Absolutely.
Basically a student under Bobcat, man. You know, you had Bobcat, you had the DJ Pools, you had the DJ Unknowns. You know, it went on and on and on.
Absolutely. Salute to Battle Cat, Uncle Jam's Army, Bobcat. Yeah, Bobcat, that's my brother, man. You know what I mean? I love him. Yeah. And that's dope, super dope. So what year would you say that you started DJing?
Man, I think I was like going to junior high school. That probably was like 82, 83, something like that.
Okay. So talk to me about the beginnings for Chilly Chill. You know, like hip hop obviously was new for the West Coast, and you had Uncle Jam's Army, the California Cat crew. Talk to me about your beginnings starting out as a DJ in that early West Coast hip hop scene.
Well, mine was basically I started off on a realistic mixer and 2 wooden turntables, and went from that to SLBD 1s on up to the Technique 1200s.
Gotcha.
Basically learning the skills, practicing every day, being up under people like Bob and Joe Cooley and, you know, all down the line. M-Walk, Tony G, Greg Mack, them. You had the Mix Masters. You had all that cracking. Egypt.
How would you describe the scene at that time?
Man, it was dope. It's not, the whole scene was fresh and brand new. So you was looking at everything blow up. You looking at everything pushing. Like the West was built on like a lot of independence.
Right.
So you had the major rappers that was signed, Run DMC and all of them, they were signed to major labels. So we had like Macola Records, Techno Hop, all of that cracking. Delicious Vinyl and Priority Records and, all the independent companies. Big Well Distribution that was on the West Coast, all of that. So all our stuff came from independent. So you got to think, we was doing Uncle Jam's Army. And they was clowning and doing all that. That was like a whole like 10,000 DJs coming together. Nobody performing, just DJs.
Wow.
The sports arena, all of that. The Veterans Auditorium, World on Wheels, all of that. Had it cracking.
Right.
Just DJs coming. So that's what's crazy about it. So the West Coast history has never really been told.
Right.
Everybody else has had their movie, so we need a movie to do all that. Rest in peace to Roger Clayton for setting off Uncle Jam's Army.
Absolutely.
Props to Greg Mack for putting K-Day on the map, which was one of the first urban radio stations playing rap music and opening the doors. They had like Whack It or Track It, Thursday Night Live, Friday Night Live, where they broadcast live. They used to have different people perform from like LL and all them come. Plus, K-Day was one of the first people to broadcast live in New York.
Wow. Okay.
So they opened up the doors for a whole lot of people. They opened up the doors for a lot of people. And like a lot of the East had to come through to get to the West, to get to the South.
Right.
So if it wasn't for that, come on, man, you probably wouldn't see half the, you probably would have never did what it did.
Absolutely. And I've always said that K-Day, the first 24/7 hip hop radio station in existence. That's amazing. And I've always said that the West Coast really doesn't get its proper defined historical position in hip hop to me.
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't, because everybody say that the Mecca is coming from New York. Yeah, we know that. They had their stuff cracking. We had our stuff cracking. We always gave the East Coast their respects and their props. We never tried to compete, never tried to battle, never tripped off none of that, never tripped off this. And nigga, we supported. I know as far as I did and all the people in my circle did, we was looking at Run DMC, nigga. We was happy to see Run DMC on stage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's hip hop, and we all a part of that. So how it got separated, I don't know.
So let's talk about this just a little bit, Chill, because again, early hip hop, West Coast. So, when the movie Breaking came out, that's that national splash, right?
Yeah.
For the West Coast. Yeah. So talk to me, about that whole, I know you talked about, it was really independent, no question about it, but you got, this mid 80s, right? With the Breaking movie, and then here comes Ice-T, NWA, Toddy T. Yeah. Talk to me just a little bit about, how you were positioned, in the midst of all of this.
Well, how you got tight. Everybody was doing their thing, and everybody was in different cities. But, you come together for different events while all that was going on. Tidy T had their stuff going. The hood tapes back in like 84 to 83, making their hood tapes. Like tapes and vibes and all that stuff, floating all their tapes all around the hood.
Right.
With DJ Own and Pooh and all of them. So you had Tidy T and Mixmaster Spade. Rest in peace, Mixmaster Spade.
Yes, sir.
When they think, rest in peace, DJ Vore. Rest in peace, DJ Crazy Tunes.
Yes.
Rest in peace, my nigga Shorty from the Lench Mob.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Big G, part of the Mad Circle.
Wow. Okay.
It's like, man, you had Aladdin was doing his thing. Boulevard Rod, Broadway. You had so many people, man. So many DJs. The name that's tight. It's like we don't get the props that we supposed to get. It's so many tight DJs and so many tight rappers that's universal. They can do all. They can do East Coast rapping. They can do Southern rapping, and they do the West Coast. Because we looked at everybody come through. We already had the connection to the South from the gang banging and everybody serving dope.
Right.
So we had it already. So when the East, of course, was fucking with us, look, they had to come through there to do that. So we already had the gang ties and already had the, the dope going back and forth. So it was already a connection with that from that.
Right. Absolutely. So let's elaborate a little bit on NWA, right? So now we're talking late 80s, right? NWA hits. Where were you at when this group was put together? Because, of course, you were part of the Lench Mob, which comes after after Cube leaves NWA, obviously, right? So talk to me about the NWA phenomenon, and when this thing hits, where were you at, going on at this particular time?
This particular time I was around, but I wasn't locked in with them. I was just watching and looking at them. So each of them had different little crews. So, of course, Dre them was with CIA and doing the thing they had. He was with Lonzo and doing the stuff. And then Cube them had the little stereo crew, which was KD, Cube, Jinx, doing their thing. And just from that point, it was a whole bunch of, man, you had Sugar and Spice, you had Tone Loc and Body and Soul and Def Jeff and all them over at Delicious Vinyl, Young MC. There was a whole lot of stuff going on, man. They had a lot of stuff to offer at that time. Like the Whack they had on K-Day, Whack It or Track It. That would be artists that was already established. They would put them against new artists that wasn't established that's trying to come into the game. So it was a lot of stuff cracking that's not cracking today. That probably would help hip hop.
Right, absolutely.
To this day. And unify also at the same time, because you're not being biased.
Wow. Okay.
You're giving everybody an opportunity. Plus, nobody sound the same. So when all that was going on, you're looking at them all forming their groups. They just all start together to do what they do. And each person, like whatever didn't work out for the next person, come together and form what they needed. Basically doing what they do.
Right. Absolutely.
So the form they did improve. So nothing lasts forever.
Right. Absolutely.
Make the best of it while you had the opportunity to do it. So as all of them came from different crews, and then they started coming together, then Easy basically pushed in for them to get ruthless and do the stuff they need to do. They all came together, and it was like Eazy-E and All Stars and coming together to do their thing. So when they formed the NWA and did what they did, it was just all different groups of people. Even TK Kirkland was around.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
And the people locked in. Pooh had his thing going on at Capitol with King T and putting him out. So it's like everybody was just doing their thing, smashing. You had Joe Cooley and Rodney O, Egyptian Lover, doing his thing.
Right.
He had all that, like all the fast music and all that techno music you're hearing, even the stuff that that Missy sample and the Sierra and all that stuff. That was all during that time.
Right. Absolutely.
The music that all they doing is just reduplicating what's already been done.
Right.
First, shout out to Arabian Prince. He was part of the NWA also. Then he ended up leaving and going solo, doing his own separate thing. So he was there from the beginning. You would see him on a few album covers and all of that.
Right. So how did you get involved with Cube? Because, of course, all right, so let's back it up a little bit. We're talking about NWA, but Cube, you had mentioned it before. Cube was with the Stereo Crew, which was Kid Dynamite and Sir Jinx. That was early. Then they became CIA, and then he joined with them, and then it morphed to NWA, right? So Cube leaves NWA. He starts the Lench Mob. Now, is this when you enter the picture? Talk to me about this.
Yeah, that's when I entered the picture. Basically, came through there. Me and Jinx basically clowned them, from us being DJs, did it. And we basically broke down, looked at what Cube was going through. He asked niggas, was niggas down? We said, yeah. We already, basically Dale, which was Cube cousin, Dale the Funky Homo Sapien, he was already doing something because Jinx was producing songs for him at that time. And also producing songs for Dazzy D, which Dazzy, a.k.a. Big Sax.
Okay.
That's the same person. So basically Dazzy, part of it, he had his single out doing what he was doing, just like Jazzy D, which do the rapping, it's basically rapping Granny, that did all that for the Mad Circle and all that.
Got you. Okay.
As he had his solo stuff with Jinx doing that, and then Dale, which we all pulled in to form basically the Lench Mob. But it was a choice between the Mad Circle and the Lench Mob. Like if you go back and look in the archives on YouTube, you probably can find Cube when he first did, I think, Yo MTV Raps or whatever, and they went to his house and filmed him.
Right.
Which was my little homeboy's name, Tracy, which was part of the Mix Masters that plugged me up with Jinx. So we connected like that. So you would see Cube on there, and Cube had a shirt on that had bullet holes in it with a smile, with a happy face with bullet holes in it.
Right.
So it was a choice between a Mad Circle and a Lench Mob. And I was like, well, Lench Mob sounds better. And you already set it up basically with it when you did, damn, I forgot the name of that song, Express Yourself. We're saying WA was the Lench Mob, and had Dre say it basically.
Right.
On a hero. So, it came together. So basically, that was Jinx, myself, Gazzy, KD, Yo-Yo, JD, T-Bone, Shorty, 3, on down the line. Rest in peace, Shorty.
Wow. Incredible.
Then what came into it was Cam and everybody else falling into line.
Okay, so Dale is Ice Cube's cousin.
Yeah, that's his cousin. Dale the Funky Homo Sapien.
And Jinx is Dre's cousin.
Yeah, Jinx is Dre's cousin.
And is Cam Cube's cousin as well?
Nah.
Okay, got you.
No relation, but.
Okay.
Cam came from Big Jess. Big Jess had a group called What's Up Productions, which consists of Cam and Solo.
Got you. Okay.
So he basically, that's how through Shorty, that's how he was brought around. And of course, everybody came around in the same area, living in the same area and doing all that. So he brought them to the table along with Pooh and all that, because Pooh was producing Cam at that time, also along with Big Jess. But Big Jess had him signed to him first.
Wow. Okay.
So with all of us being homies, it just made it easier to collaborate and come together, because it was just the natural thing to do.
Got you. I mean, there's so many artists and so much history, right? So,
So basically, when that was established and Cube left and went solo, he basically hit Chuck and was letting him know. And Chuck was like, basically, hey, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? We got the Bomb Squad. So
right.
You do what y'all can do. So me and Jinx did what we can do as far as America's Most Wanted to the best ability we can. We can make it fun. Why? Tagging in all the gangster shit to do this and do this. And he said, fuck it, come to New York. So we flew out to New York to knock out the rest of it.
Wow. Okay. So hold on. So, and I want to get into that just a little bit more. So Chilly Chill, you have produced so many records, so many hits, and so many artists. I just want to name a few. Let's start with Ice Cube, Yo-Yo, Dub C and the Mad Circle, the Lench Mob, Mac 10, RBX, Cool Keith, Ice-T, and the list just goes on, right? Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about those first Ice Cube albums, America's Most Wanted, the Kill It Will EP, and Death Certificate.
Man, all that was fun doing. I mean, Cube is tight, man. He's tight with his pen. So it's like, what can you say? Just looking at all that transpire it was tight. It was tight looking at that, looking at everything being put together, how we did. We also had Ricky Harris on there, Rest in Peace, which was, tied to Snoop.
Right. Wow.
So he's the first, like, if you listen to Yo-Yo's album and you go back to her Make Way for the Motherlode, you'll hear Ricky Harris on there. He was the first person on there clowning, like, wake up, wake up, wake up. Get that Lench Mob bullshit out of here. Straight R&B. Clowning and we went off the radio and all that. Yeah, he was doing all that first. So
right.
We had him first. Then later, he also participated on from the America's Most Wanted and Yo-Yo album. Then he later started doing comedy and clowning. When we first was on the airplane flight, I think we was coming from, I don't know if it was Houston or something. We was on the airplane. He's like, man, I'm finna do stand-up. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, I'm finna do stand-up. I'm like, well, shit, nigga, do that shit. Make it happen. And he started clowning. Next thing you know, you start seeing him doing stand-up. And then later down the line, he ended up started doing little skits for Snoop, doing the Tadal and all that.
Right.
And Easy Dick and all that shit. And W Balls and all that stuff when Death Row was formed like in 92, right?
92, right. Okay, so hold on. I don't want to jump too far ahead on this. So
Yeah. We keep it. Okay.
Yeah. So from the production side, by the way, these are classics. Changed hip-hop history forever. America's Most Wanted, Kill It Will, and Death Certificate. What was it like working with the Bomb Squad? Because look, the Bomb Squad, Public Enemy is on fire at this point, but the Bomb Squad, Hank Shockley, Keith Shockley, Carl Ryder, they're inspiring.
Eric Sadler.
They're inspiring everybody.
Shout out to all of them. Loved all of them.
What was it like going into the studio with them, doing your thing for these classic albums?
Man, it was an honor. It was cool looking at that because, I'm fans of Public Enemy, fans of the Bomb Squad, so you're looking at that. So I ain't too big to be that. I come from the same, same trenches and same places that, they get down. We just from two different coasts.
Right.
That's all. So it's respect. Like when I see other type producers and see other people putting together, it's nothing but respect. That inspires me to do more. So basically that inspired us, me and Jinx said, hey, we got to do our part and we got to smash and do what we do.
So as DJs, because, the Bomb Squad are DJs too, right?
Yeah.
So as DJs, did you just approach this production? Did you get in the record crates? Did you pull the break beats, the funk, the whole, and just throw it all in there?
Yeah, you already know. Me and Jinx rate records. Rate the records.
Right, absolutely.
The records, not people.
Right.
Not people. Yeah, we dug through the crates and grabbed all of those stuff we can grab and put it all together because it was like, that's your opportunity. And we can't let him down. So he's going solo. He got to do good. So everybody came together. Oh, man, I miss JD.
Yeah,
so,
man.
And JD just got out. So it's good he's free at the same time. So it's like, we all put it down. We all came together to all support Cube.
Okay, so now I want to pull 3 records out. I want to pull 3 records out the classic Ice Cube hat. Okay, so, and I just want you to give me your inspiration and how it was to just do these 3 records in particular. It's 3 of my favorites. Okay, so Jackin' for Beats, number 1.
Okay.
And then Vaseline, No Vaseline, and How to Survive at South Central. Okay.
Okay.
Talk to me about Jackin' for Beats, putting this together.
Okay, Jackin' for Beats was something that me and Dale was clowning with and doing, and that Q wanted to do. That was going to be, a solo song he wanted to do that was different. And it basically was just taking different songs from the most popular artists that people liked at that time, and that we felt that we liked certain particular songs, and we put it together. Me and Dale was at my house, and we started putting it together. Q came, heard it. Let's roll with it. We went to the studio, which is a studio in Glendale called Echo Sound, that we used to record at all the time, that a lot of other artists started coming to also to record. We put that together, did what we did, and hey, the rest was history.
And man, that's an incredible record. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and one of a kind at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then one of the little samples I had in the beginning ended up not getting cleared. So then Jinx came in and put in the D Nice beat. You see, originally we were supposed to use the NWA beat, the doom 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 doom. Rand was talking about, yeah, fuck you in the ass with a broomstick and cut your curl and all of that. We was gonna use that and set that back on him. But I guess Dre them heard about it and started, oh man, we using that for our single. They just didn't want us to use it at that time, which was cool. I mean, it is what it is. And then so we end up replacing it. So Jinx replaced that with D Nice. They call me D Nice. Doom, 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 doom. So that's how that came into play.
Did y'all have any issues with clearances on that record? Y'all got 100 songs in there.
Hey, I'll never do that again. Man, we got smashed by all the original. Cause how we did was, at first a lot of people were sleeping on it. Like even Q's manager, Pat Charbonnet, she wasn't tripping, she wasn't feeling it. I don't even think Brian Turner was feeling it. But then we sitting there looking at each other like, man, that's the shit. What you talking about?
Right.
Y'all ain't in the streets. Y'all not DJs. Y'all not, none of that. Okay, we respect y'all positions on how y'all get down, but that's y'all position. Y'all position ain't ours. So we know what it is. And us as, me as a DJ to do whatever, I know what people going to dance to in the club.
That's right. That's right.
What makes asses get off the dance floor. So, too many years experience.
That's right.
But found that ended up being one of his number 1 songs.
Come on,
to this day.
I mean, how could you, first off, Ice Cube was on fire. First of all, he was on fire, and then y'all took every other record that was on fire at the same time and put him on it. I mean, it was phenomenal.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So now, okay, Cube doesn't diss NWA at all on the first album, right?
Well, the last part of the song of Jackin' for Beats was when they, stop, 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 surprise, niggas. So it was just a light diss.
Right.
He didn't just go at him right then and there. Because he's, just sitting back just listening. So he's looking at, we're looking at what they doing and how they getting down.
Right. But go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Until they went on and released theirs. And then, you know what? Let's just go ahead and smash them out, after that. And that's where the No Vaseline come in from the death certificate.
Right. Absolutely.
That's his answer back to them.
So again, was it simple? Like, okay, yeah, we got to go ahead and take them out. Go grab a beat. Chilly chill. You know what I mean? How did the No Vaseline come about?
Well, that's me and Jinx again. So, I mean, the majority of all the stuff you see, like me and Jinx was the main producers, the main 2 DJs and the main 2 producers. So, 4 as far as the Lench mob, until they brought in Rashad and Bobcat, which are called the Boogeyman.
Right. At that time, right.
Or the Boogeyman at that time. So, until they brought them in, the only DJs and producers were me and Sir Jinx. Everything you see was produced by me and him. And of course, he took the lead on it.
Got you.
And found around because he had the most history with Cube.
Jinx, right. I got you.
So me and him were like how motherfucking Babyface and L.A. Reid is, or how Dre and Yellow was.
Gotcha.
Like that.
Absolutely.
We made a great team. We make the greatest team. Anytime we come together and we do stuff together, it's fire every single time, never fail. That's how all them hits came about. So if you look at Cube history, you look at that, that's that. Not taking anything away from anybody else, but we just talking about this at that time, focusing in on these two, Chilly Chill and Sir Jinx.
Absolutely, because it's like even America's Most Wanted, incredible album, classic. But but you could tell that album was infused with the funk. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
In between all the break beats and in between all of that, incredible album. But what I'm saying to you is that when the Bomb Squad stepped away from the production and Killer Will came and Death Certificate, it didn't sound like y'all missed a beat. You know what I mean?
Nah, we never missed a beat. We kept it going. We did what we did. We was happy that, that was a tight connection because it locked in Cube. He was already locked in. He already had East Coast fans and, all of that also. Of course, all the South. It was like they was calling him the godfather of the gangster rap. Just like how Ice-T had the credit to be the godfather at one point, then it switched to Easy, on to the point, they gave him that title. So he was the shit, basically. But that solidified him and stamped him on the East because so many people had love for Public Enemy. So do you just think about that collaboration?
Absolutely.
Think about what Public Enemy, now think about the shows. Like when motherfuckers do shows back in the days, L.O. had a tight-ass stage performance where he used to come out the microphone and come out the radio. And that was like 83, 84, Fresh Fest and all of that stuff when they had out here. Public Enemy show was off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
F1W's Flav, greatest hype man in the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that was incredible for everybody to come together. That was a perfect match, and it solidified and stamped Cube all over. So all he can do is go up, 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 and use his lyrical skills along with everybody, all of us having his back. He was the shit. That's what opened up the doors for everything. And then, he pulled in, of course, a whole lot of people from him doing the St. I commercials, from Pooh being locked in, doing the St. I commercial. It opened up the doors for all types of stuff, along with movies, Boys in the Hood. That's where you're getting into How to Survive in South Central.
That's right.
And all that. Yo-Yo's Mama Don't Take No Mess, all of that. Cam's Week, every single weekend.
Absolutely. Peace Treaty, all of that, right?
Yeah. Man, all of that.
Incredible.
All of that.
And then here comes Dale. Dale comes with his records, too.
Yeah, exactly. Which end up kicking off for them to do the DA Lench Mob, which consists of Shorty, rest in peace, T-Bone, and JD.
Right.
So
absolutely.
They put them as them rapping. So even though KD, 3, Jazzy was still doing their own thing, Yo-Yo still doing their own separate thing and making their own separate projects and doing what they doing, he put JD, T-Bone, and Shorty into a group and made it DA Lench Mob because he couldn't use the Lench Mob because that was a white rock group called Lench Mob, but they spelled it with a Y. So we spelled it LENCHMOB. It's still some people today still spell Lench Mob with a Y and not with an E.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, y'all ain't heard none of the songs and y'all fans? And you don't know how to spell Lench Mob?
Wow.
But yeah, it's a trip though.
Absolutely. So I want to get to the Lench Mob here in a minute on the album side and the music, but I want to back up a little bit. So you are Yo-Yo's original DJ, first DJ that is, and current DJ, correct?
Exactly.
Talk to me about Yo-Yo's debut album and positioning and producing Yo-Yo.
Man, Yo-Yo is off the chain. Hey, energizing, electrical. She can control the crowd. She's smashed. She's a performer, definitely. Born to do that. Even when she used to be in talent shows at Washington High and finally doing her thing, it's like she was bred to do that. And it's like she dedicated her life to smash and get down and do that. And she formed the IBWC, which was the Intelligent Black Women's Coalition. Mm-hmm. Getting her, nigga, she was spitting.
Absolutely. And the Bonnie and Clyde record was just dope.
Man, even the What Can I Do? That was off her Make Way for the Motherload album, but it didn't end up selling too much because clearing the samples and all that took so long. It kind of held up the album.
Right.
So the only thing that the world seen was, of course, Stomping to the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't Nobody Better. You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo.
That was the hit right there. Go
So
ahead.
a lot of other songs that were tight and banging really didn't get through and get the promotion like it should have. So the world heard those. Like her true fans that go buy anything, then they know about that. But you know how it is when anything that go mainstream that you playing on the radio all the time, it's in rotation, they pushing is different.
Right. So, okay.
From regular.
So, all right. So let's break this down just a little bit because Cube was on Priority Records, right?
Exactly.
And then Yo-Yo was on, was it Lench Mob East West Atlantic? Was that the combination?
Well, at the time, it was Atlantic. And then Atlantic, and that's when they had the red label. And then they end up a few years later, I think it hit like 91. They end up turning it to East West Records, which was a black logo.
Mm-hmm.
And right then later, eventually, it turned into Elektra Records. So at the time when Yo-Yo was signed, they had just signed In Vogue at the same time.
Right.
Yo-Yo. And that was basically Yo-Yo signed to Cube, which Cube had a production company called Street Knowledge Records.
Yes.
It was called Street Knowledge Records, Street Knowledge Productions. So she was through Street Knowledge Atlantic, which later changed to East West.
See, I don't think Cube gets the credit that he deserved for being, as you would say, a label rep or a label owner or an executive because, I mean, just look at that. He had Yo-Yo. Okay, first, he had his own solo, obviously, through Priority,
yes.
Right?
Yeah,
Then he has Yo-Yo through Street Knowledge and Atlantic, later East West. I do remember the Street Knowledge logo on Cam's record. Was that Interscope, or who put out Cam's record?
I can't remember who that was distributed to. But later, the Lench, he had Cam, DA, Lench Mob, who else? Basically at that time.
Oh, and then
we were just doing different stuff and different people and just knocking out their albums and doing what they was doing at that particular time. But yeah, he was smashing, doing his thing and taking advantage of the opportunities that he had with all his people in his camp. Like it ain't just a Lench Mob I'm talking about that's just in the camp. You had King T that was part of our camp, all that Duke Pooh and all of that.
Yeah,
so all of it, eight and The Chill, all,
right.
all pulled in.
See, that's
our circle.
Yeah, that's very interesting because it's like, it seems like more people went with Cube when he left NWA than stayed with NWA, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like because he came with so many people after he left the group. Okay, so now let's talk about Dub C and the Mad Circle with Coolio. Let's talk about, because, these particular songs like Dress Code and Ain't a Damn Thing Changed. Man, I love these particular records. These are classics. And you produced these, correct? So talk to me about Dub C and the Mad Circle and these records.
Okay. There was a certain time, I can't remember who album we was working on, but Cube came to me and he said, Chill, Low Profile broke up, which consists of a Latin, you know what I'm saying, Dub,
right,
Cooley, and you had Big G. So from that, doing him telling me that, he said, yeah, man, we're going to need to do their stuff. I need you to start on some of their stuff. You down with that? I'm like, hell yeah, let's roll, let's do it. So then that's when we started doing that. So then we had to think of the name. So they took the name, the second name that we was choosing between that when the Lench Mob was on the table in the Mad Circle. So they took the Mad Circle and ran with it. So Coolio never signed. Dub was still signed to Priority when he was with Low Profile.
Right.
Aladdin got that because, we used to all practice together. So Aladdin won the DMC battle.
Right.
So me, Aladdin, Trey Ski, rest in peace, Craig Ski, Battle Cat, Jammin' James, Romeo, Ralph M, all us used to practice together in Clown. So Aladdin won the DMC battle, so they gave him a record deal with Priority. Brian Turner did. So that's how the Low Profile album even came into existence. And of course, Dub been doing his thing. Dub was on Rhyme Syndicate with Ice-T, doing his stuff way before Low Profile was started.
Absolutely.
So Dub been on the scene for a long time, right there, just doing his thing.
Right.
So he's always, just like everybody else, all the other members were just in it, just doing their thing at the time, and just all came together. So it made sense to do Dub because he's in the same neighborhood, around at the same time with us to do that. So why not? He down with us, he family.
Right.
So why not? Rest in peace again, DJ Crazy Tunes and Big G. Shout out to Dub C, fam for life.
So here comes the Mad Circle. Now Coolio did the records, but he never signed to the group.
No, he never signed, so he was open to do whatever he doing. But of course, Coolio gonna stay dedicated to what it is. I like any real nigga supposed to. He was there through the Low Profile. He gonna be there through the Mad Circle project.
Right.
So it is what it is. So once Coolio later, the Mad Circle was around, and he came out with Ain't a Damn Thing Changed. That was me, Jinx, and DJ Crazy Tunes. Rest in peace. So we knocked out that whole project before we even got started to do what we do. When we first started off, I had knocked out the first 7 songs. We had knocked out the You Don't Work, You Don't Eat, all that shit way ahead of time. Then Jinx came in, started knocking out the rest of the stuff, and we do it just like me, him being a Batman and Robin and tag teaming and doing what we doing. He come in, okay, this might need to be added to this and do this. Okay, that's that. Figure, well, shit, I did my part. It's time for you to do your part. So we both tag team like anything else. He got something, I'm coming, I'm adding to it to do whatever. I got something, he's coming, he's adding to it to where we make it a classic and make it a banger.
Yes, Dress Code, Ain't a Damn Thing Changed. These are classic records, classic albums, no question.
You don't work, you don't eat, Ghetto Serenade, all of that.
Absolutely. So what were you and Jinx using at the time for production?
SB 1200s, turntables, one bigger than the crates, turntables, SB 1200, MPC.
Nice. Okay, cool. Dope. All right, so now let's talk about the Lench Mob. So Q forms the group, gets the deal, obviously. I believe the debut album went gold. Talk to me about the Lench Mob. Because obviously, let me back up real quick. When Q went on tour, was it you and Jinx that were the DJs, or what did you do with Cube on tour?
Jinx was DJing for Cube.
Okay.
Every now and then I'll go into the crowd to make sure the microphones and all that stuff as far as the sound is cool for us.
Okay, gotcha.
Sometimes you can't trust the sound man.
Right,
so
right.
Of course, I'm DJing for Yo-Yo because I'm her original DJ. So Jinx is Cube's. Jinx is Ice Cube's original DJ. I'm Yo-Yo's original DJ.
Gotcha.
So even if it ever came to the part, we can clown and do this, and Jinx cup the Yo-Yo and I cup for Cube, or do this and do this. We do that all day because we all family.
Yeah, incredible. Okay, so
it didn't matter who do what.
All right, so talk to me about the Lench Mob album, the videos, and now here's the full-blown group. Talk to me about the Lench Mob.
Okay, the Lench Mob, JD, T-Bone, Shorty, rest in peace, put in the group. Then you had they went and got a DJ named Woody, but he wasn't here at that time. He wasn't around during the time when they formed that. So Gorillas in the Mist, you looked at that, all of us knocked that out. Me, Pooh, Rashad, I think that's about it. I can't remember anybody else that did it. Oh, Woody, that actually did production on the Gorillas in the Mist that went gold. And T-Bone.
How many albums did the Lench Mob do?
Two
albums.
I only participated in one.
Okay, got you.
And that was the first album, the one that went gold. They came with a second album called Planet of the Apes or something like that.
Right. Okay. All right, so
that's when JD was incarcerated and accused of a crime.
That's right. Absolutely. You're right.
Yeah, he's free today. He's free, which is a good thing. And, we're going to get to knocking out another project.
Wonderful. I can't wait. So I don't want to mess your timeline up, but now let's move forward, I believe, a little bit, and let's talk about Death Row, right? What was your involvement with Death Row Records? Okay,
Death Row was, I think I signed to Death Row, in 1994 to knock it. It was before Pac came to Death Row. So I was there before Pac came to Death Row.
Okay.
And I was there once he touched down. One of the first people he saw when he was released and he came to the house. So that was that. You know, Suge signed, and we just kept it moving from there. And that was that. And I still was clowning, doing little stuff, you know, for Cube at one point. Still going on tour with him. I did a few shows with him, and we went out. Me, him, Dub. We did shows with the Brad, Biggie Smalls. That's when Mac first stepped on the scene.
Got you.
Back Q was doing the Tadao and all of that stuff.
Right, the West Side Connection and all of that, right?
Yeah. Way before they formed the West Side Connection.
Got you. Because around this time, Q was really getting into the movies really heavy, right? Because Friday had came out, and of course, Boys in the Hood had already came out. But you know, he started producing his own movies. You know, Friday and and some of those other ones. So, okay, so you ended up going to Death Row as what an in-house producer? Is that what it was?
Exactly.
Got you.
Just keeping my chops up and just spreading out, doing different stuff. So I did a few songs for Pac, and I did a few songs for, you know, a lot of people, because you got to turn in music all the time. So
got you. All right, cool.
I got stuff for I think Storm from the I don't know if she was with the Outlaws or whatever, but I know she was with Pac though. I don't know if it was Thug Life or the Outlaws, but Storm, I did a song with Storm. I think Rage got out on it. I think Pac got out on it, and Red Rum. Red Rum was the person that did Banging on Wax.
Got you.
So he did that song called Pyro Love.
Got you. How long did you work at Death Row?
I stayed there from late '94 to a little bit after Pac passed. A little bit after Pac passed, and I ended up leaving.
Got you.
I ended up having a case. I ended up catching a case that I was, you know, running from during that time.
Okay, well, I don't want to get too much into that, but so talk to me about working with Bun B and Gucci, man. Because obviously, you know, again, I don't want to bounce too far around, you know, but your timeline is amazing, you know what I mean? And you know, we're talking about, you know, you beginning as a DJ in the early '80s, you know, and then we talking about, you know, coming through the NWA and, you know, the Lench Mob, and you know, and producing all these classic records with Cube and Jinx, now Death Row. So I don't know what happened, you know, right after Death Row, whatnot, you know, but talk to me about
during the time when I left, Death Row started to kind of fold because, you know, you had a lot of people trying to seize and take stuff.
Right.
So they started having a lot of problems during that time. And that's when you start seeing, you know, different people. That's when, you know, Dre left at that time. He shook the spot. Then you had, you know, Sam Snead shook the spot, which was one of the producers with Dre. Then later down the line, you know, you still had Snoop there for a minute. He'd just beat his case, you know, and did that.
Right.
So that was a little bit before he left. So Snoop stayed around for a minute, I think, until what was that? Until the late '90s or something like that. Was that '97 or something like that? So he left, and Master P got him out the deal.
Right, absolutely.
But you know, but that's that. But anyway, I stayed there for so long, a little bit after Pac left, a little bit after Pac, and then that was that. That's the end of the history with Death Row. And you had all kind of different people that was signed. OFTB, rest in peace, Flip, OFTB, Operations at the Bottoms, and Watts.
Wow, okay.
So, you know, it is what it is, man. And, you know, a lot of people start getting knocked down after that.
Right.
You know, basically the streets took over, which you're never really supposed to mix the streets with business.
Yeah.
Anyway, first mistake, because you're not going to be able to carry that for that long. Because if it's problems attached to that, you're going to have problems. They're going to come, and you're making yourself be seen. Anytime a person is able to bring enough attention, too much attention to yourself, you already know that's going to be a problem.
Absolutely. Well,
as soon as they start watching you, they ain't going to stop.
Right. Well, you obviously kept moving on, and you kept the hits coming. So talk to me about working with Bun B and Gucci, man.
Okay. The Gucci Man was just a track shot out, and then he just did his thing on it. The Bun B thing was one of my homeboys named Max Priest, one of his projects, and Bun B happened to jump on it because he is signed to Bun B.
Okay.
There's a few songs that we done. It's some unreleased stuff that we done also with Scarface, Bun B, and Max Priest, and Busta Rhymes, and Max Priest and Bun B. So I don't know what they're gonna do with those songs.
Wow. Okay.
Not sure. Only one was released, was just the one that I knocked out.
Got you. So
it's called called Pimp Proud. I produced that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said, yeah, that was one that I produced. It's called Pimp Proud with Max B.
Okay, got you. So
Bun B and Max Priest. I'm tripping.
Bun B and Max Priest. Okay, got you. So who else have you produced that we haven't had an opportunity to mention?
A group called The Curbside, G-Cell, which his original name was Celly Cell, but then you had Celly Cell from the Bay, so he didn't want to keep getting mixed up with him, so he used to call himself Cell E Cell. Now it's just G-Cell. So he did stuff for like Nationwide, Rip Riders, and he done bust on a whole bunch of different stuff. A lot of different people rapping, Forte, all kind of different people. So Cell is tight. He's a hood rapper.
Right. Dope. Okay, cool.
Then it's a group called Gorilla, which is Smooth O-N-E and Bruce Bugsy, which is called Gorilla. So rest in peace to Smooth O-N-E. He not too long passed away. So their project is getting ready to come out. So you will pretty much probably hear about the Gorilla. They done songs with The Chill and CPO, Boss Hall. Yeah, so it's a whole lot of stuff. They got songs with Roger Troutman, Jewel. It's a whole bunch of different people. E40.
Got you. Okay. So aside from, the records that you produced, you were doing mixtapes called Hood Mixes, I believe.
Yeah.
You had Chilly Chill TV, and I believe you worked on a show on VH1. Can you talk to me about some of your other projects that you've worked on over the years?
Okay. Let me see. QD3. I provide licensed footage to him to do Beef 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
I license footage for them to do the Defiant ones for Dre and Easy and Eminem and Cube and all of them. I license footage for Yo-Yo to do her, what's the name of that show? Unsung. So, I got a lot of footage because all the touring we done.
Right.
But everybody always filmed everything. So from the 80s, I've been doing Chilly Chill TV before anybody came with anything TV. Of course, MTV was there, but I'd always filmed everything. Just, just documented, hey, you just film and just do what you do. Now, you never think all them tours and all the behind the scenes footage and backstage stuff from Easy to Tupac to Digital Underground, Lords of the Undergrounds, KRS-One, there's so many people to name, Public Enemy, Ice-T, Slick Rick, EPMD, Rakim, too many to name. So when Buster was with Leaders of the New School.
Right, absolutely.
Brand Nubians. So I remember a time when Brand Nubians had their deal when they first was out, and then on the tour, I think it was like 91. But at that time, I don't think they didn't have all the members with them.
So Chilly Chill, can you tell me what projects that you're currently working on?
Well, The Gorilla, we're working on a Lench Mob album. We're working on Big Three's solo artist for the Lench Mob, his project. Really all the members are doing solo albums. KD, Dazzy, 3, JD, T-Bone, everybody's doing solo albums, and we all gonna do an album together. Yo-Yo, Clown, and we all gonna just support each other and get everybody on it. Like we got one project to the Lench Mob album that has Silky Fine, The Chill, Razzcast, all the Lench Mob members, King T, and we grabbing a few more people to throw on there. So it's gonna be it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be banging.
Wow. Yeah, it sounds amazing. And I understand it. And I understand that you're going to be getting into the NFT business here in a little bit as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So
man, I'm trying to touch everything I can touch.
That's what it is. So look forward to the the Chilly Chill NFT collection coming soon, right?
Exactly.
Chilly Chill, how would you describe your DJ and production style?
I just basically do what I feel, and I keep it at a DJ point. So like from DJing stuff, I mean, DJs always make the best producers. That's why you have the Dr. Dre's and the Battle DJ Quicks and all that. We make the best DJs. It's just like you got to keep it like that. So in my head, I'm looking at if I can throw on certain stuff. I mean, to go back and forth on turntables, you have to have timing.
Right.
So that you have to know if something's off beat, get it on beat. So that's the first thing. I mean, even shout out to Rhythm D. Shout out to The Chill.
Absolutely.
So, it is what it is. So it's like, hey, what can you say? But you got to have that frame of thinking. So when I'm creating, I'm doing something, I'm thinking automatically, okay, if I'm DJing, I can make asses dance and make females want to dance and do that, because that's your number one target. If you target the women, the man gonna follow automatically. So you just got to know how to rock parties. So to do that, I have to think and put in my head, what's going to make people get off their ass? What's going to make people dance? Because you can do slow music. That's something you bump in the car. Niggas maybe smoke weed, drink to, chop it up over and do this. What you have to have is clubs that exist. People like to dance. So you have to target that. That's going to be your biggest shit. So if people can dance to it, then, you know, club DJs can play it. So if it's being played and it's banging at the club and it's tight, there you go. You got your sales guaranteed. You do what you do if it's promoted correctly. So in my frame of thinking, that's what I'm thinking. The shit that's tight, you got to put it together. So if I have to use turntables, I'm going to do that. Okay, what I'm going to do for hooks? If I don't do the hooks myself, I take pieces of records, chop it up, put that in it, make it say something, to turn it into a hook to where I don't like doing a hook myself or having somebody sing a hook or say the hook or do whatever. I just try to make it as easy as I can for whoever I'm going to get to rap on it.
Absolutely.
That's like with everything I ever done. That's how it has to be. If you can't meet people get up and you can't move your feet or you can't see, walk to it or do anything like that, what's the purpose?
That's right. And, you know, I've always felt like the DJ made the best producer because as DJs, we know what moves people. So it's easier to produce the records, right? Exactly. Okay. So Chilly Chill, do you have a favorite Chilly Chill produced record? What's your number one record that you've done?
Really, I don't, because it's so many.
Of course.
I'm just happy, man, to be blessed to even be able to last this long and just do all the stuff that I've accomplished and been a part of to do. Shout out to Ice Cube, man. Shout out to Yo-Yo. Shout out to Jinx.
Yes.
Shout out to our whole entire Lench mob card camp and everybody else, all the affiliates and everybody that's on the West Coast. East Coast, South also, at the same time, Midwest.
Right. So is there one beat that you've ever heard that you did not do that you wish you had done? Is there ever something you heard that said, damn, man, I should have did that one? I should have used that sample. Go ahead.
Man, if that's the case, I'll be saying that about a whole bunch of people. Quick done came with heat. Battle Cat done came with heat. Man, so many people.
No question.
So it's like, I'm a fan of everybody who got some banging ass music and shit. I respect motherfuckers that take their craft serious. You can't do nothing but do that.
Right, absolutely.
There's so many dope ass producers, and this producer that's coming up now that don't have no name. So, you know, that's tight, that's been studying the craft and looking, and they upcoming. They looking at all of us who set the mark and set the bar. Really just now, I would like everybody to elevate their game. Because now too many people sounding the same. Right. You want to hear different people that's, original.
Absolutely.
And that's not trying to do what the next person is doing. Like, man, let me hear your shit. Why are you trying to rap like this person? And, these companies are basically telling people they want this person sound like this person sound like that. But if everybody sound the same, then what's unique? Nothing is original.
That's right.
So it's like you have to. So like to these new artists and new producers and new people coming up, come on, man, stay true to the craft. Take it to the next level. Don't follow this person. Set yourself up to lead something. It's nothing you're going to be able to come original with to a certain point because everybody's doing something, but you can take something and take it to the next level. So elevate your game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't be lazy. Elevate your game and think of, look at it like it's a competition, but it's a friendly competition. So look at the best people. Why are they the best? So ask yourself that question. How did this person get to be the best? Okay, say you say Ice Cube, and it's an up-and-coming rapper doing whatever. How did Ice Cube come the best? By dedicating himself.
Right. No question.
You may not have the skills, but come with something that's tight.
Mm-hmm.
Look at, okay, what did he do? You don't follow him to the point to where you mimicking what he doing or trying to rap like he doing. Create your own style that makes you separate from everybody else.
Absolutely. I mean, it's great advice. No question about it. No question. So, Chilly Chill, was there ever an artist that you wanted to work with that you didn't get a chance to work with?
And I want to work with a lot of people. I wanted to work with Rakim, LL, so many different people, man. I want to do stuff for Easy, too, at the same time. I did something for Ice-T. Me and him clowned it. We redid 6 in the morning.
Okay.
So, and Clown did a did an updated version to it. But I mean, it is what it is.
Absolutely.
So many people, man. KRS-One, all kind of people, man. Then everybody from the West.
Well, I know you got plenty of more time in your career to work with whoever you want to work with, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So Straight Outta Compton, the movie. Tell me how you felt about it. Was it real? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Because you were there. Talk to me.
Exactly.
Tell me about the Straight Outta Compton movie.
I liked it because it could have been, anything can always be better. But you got to figure, you got a lot of shit that took place to cram into one movie.
For sure.
So you can do so much. So it's like, I looked at it. I'm happy that they did it because it's giving the West and it's giving that shine. And we come from that. That's from our family tree, built from that, on from the clientels, on from the Egyptian lovers, on from the Uncle Jam's Army, to go to the NWA, that ties in the Ice-T, ties in the Above the Law, shout out to Hutch, ties in the MC8s, ties in the King T's, ties in, all of that. The first generations, all of that. Solidifies the Battle Cats, which solidifies the Snoops, which solidifies the Dog Pound, which solidifies, you know what I'm saying? On down the line. That's like a family tree. We're all connected.
There's so many hits, so many stars, so much history. There does need to be a true West Coast movie.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I like the Straight Outta Compton, because we had nothing else. So that, besides us looking at Boys in the Hood,
right?
Besides us looking at Menace to Society, besides us looking at South Central, that as far as hip hop, we never had that. What is breaking? That ain't telling no history or nothing. I mean, you showing certain people at certain places, but they're not telling you really what it is. So you're not really learning the true history from an outside person that don't know. That's just a fan. Yeah. They're not going to know history because it's not really told. So, just like when they used to get down at Radiotron and you had all of them getting down doing that was out here on the West Coast. It's like you saw some of that, but you didn't because they didn't break that down.
Right.
So we never had a movie. So I was happy to see Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Breaking One and Breaking Two was a moment in time, right? It was a film based off of what was happening in L.A. in '84 and in 83, 84, right? Basically, because it came out 84, 85. So so it's a moment in time. Yeah, I loved Straight Outta Compton.
That wasn't a good representation of nothing for the West. Because it definitely didn't compete with B Street.
Okay, I got you.
Wild Style and all of that. So, you know what I'm saying? They had New York had all their stuff. They had their history. They had their backing and all that. Right. We never had.
Right. Well,
still to this day, it's still a lot of people that still really don't know about the West Coast history, how all the independent people and all the stuff we was doing on our own. Egyptian Lover was selling records when he had Egyptian Lover back in the 80s.
I know.
First person I saw with a house with a pyramid swimming pool clowning.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Back in the early 80s.
See, Chilly Chill, I don't want to cut you off, but I've interviewed so many of your counterparts, from Egyptian Lover to Jinx to Bobcat and on and on and on.
Yep.
And I've always said the same thing. The East Coast showed us how to make records, and the West Coast showed us how to sell records. You know what I mean? Because I'm from the Midwest. You know what I mean? So I'm from the middle, neutral party, fan, DJ, all of that. But you're right. The West Coast was independent from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yes, I loved Straight Outta Compton. I felt like there was some things missing, but you're right.
There's a lot of things missing. So
you can't get it all in one movie, right?
Exactly. Then you're looking at it's Cube and Dre telling it from their perspective and what they felt.
Right.
It was. So it's like none of us, involved. Hey, put this in, put that in, tell this and tell that. So they're telling, I guess, the best way they want to tell it. And there's certain situations that took place in the movie that didn't take place in real life, but I guess that's when, that's the Hollywood stuff.
Right.
Like,
The entertainment side,
the
right?
The entertainment side of it to do whatever. So, I ain't mad about it. Certain people was mad about it because it's a lot of stuff they could have put in. It's a lot of other people that was there that they could have put in to do whatever, and they didn't. So, it is what it is. But that's their choice to do it. It was a great movie.
Right. I agree. I totally agree.
We need more. We need
definitely.
more. We were supposed to do a Lench mob movie also that came after that. But it was kind of hard to do because JD was still incarcerated. So it's like, damn, we can't. How are we gonna get him?
Right.
They're not gonna let us come in there and film.
Nah, but he's out now, right?
Yeah, he's out now. So we getting into all of that. Be a little bit late, but better late than never.
I mean, content is king right now, and
exactly.
Yes, it's a little late, but not really. You know what I mean? It's just, it's never too late to get the information out. You know what I mean? And
you're right.
Hip hop isn't going anywhere, and the history is there. And I just feel like it needs to be told, no question. So what's in the future for DJ Chilly Chill?
Well, I'm working on a skateboard movie, basically through helping one of my homeboys that film like all the top-notch skateboarders.
Okay.
It's in the game. You're gonna have Lil Wayne them come through there and clown. So it's a lot. A lot of stuff going down. Then also I'm working on a documentary that's basically about putting the guns down, called the World Epic Documentary. And it has everybody tied to it, like Ice-T, The Chill, Cocaine, me, Yuck Mouth, Trey D, Mellow Man Ace, Crooked Eye, X-Rated.
Wow.
Silk the Shocker, Quick, Sugar Free, Justified, Nipsey Hussle. Got a lot of people that's tied to it.
Wow, that's incredible. Incredible.
It's about, putting the guns down, just about all the gang violence. And we went through and just interviewed everybody. Because I also do, I'm tied to like the sports and football and baseball, boxing and all that stuff. So that we do, all the Crips and Bloods. So I'm the ambassador over that also. So we clown and we go into communities like, doing Christmas time, give away toys and all that stuff to the kids and basically go around and play to put the guns down and play baseball for different people.
Wow, that's incredible.
Play different hoods. And so you got all the different hoods.
Wow. Okay.
All different hoods, Crips and Bloods, all coming together to do that for peace and unity in the hood to try to stop all the killing. Because either way, come on, man, it's ridiculous. It's too many people, and it made too much of an effect. And it's everywhere, all over the state. Look at all the shit they doing in Chicago. Look at the stuff they doing in Atlanta. Look at the stuff they doing just all over the place, killing each other senselessly. And through rap, you're looking at all these little kids and shit that's pulling guns and showing guns on going live and shit. Like, who does that, man? Don't no real niggas do that. Right. Ain't no real niggas finna do that.
Right.
It's just like this. When you're looking at the government, you're looking at the masses that's either killing people and slaughtering people. You don't know what they look like. They ain't showing their faces.
That's right.
And to a certain point, even with the organized crime, the only time they knew who John Gotti was because he put his face out there to do that. Who does that?
Right.
Anybody that's real, just say if you fresh out the pen and you really, truly about the streets and you truly about that life and you done that already for so many years. And you go, man, who the fuck looking to get locked the fuck back up again? A real nigga, if you got an opportunity to make some money, you ain't finna do that. The nigga was walking around with the hood on his shirt. Nigga, that's young niggas. Niggas done already done that before.
Right.
What are you proving? If you done already put in work and done that for years, what do you have to prove? You don't have to advertise that. Real niggas don't. Any nigga that's trying to. And the gangsters, that's the government. Ain't no niggas running nothing. Yeah, you can shoot and bust on niggas and do this and do this. Come on, my nigga. They got motherfucking guns that shoot through walls. They got guns that can shoot you miles away. They got bullets that basically pierce through you and set you on fire at the same time. They got bullets that's heat-seeking.
Right.
So if you ain't running in the motherfucking, you ain't jumping in the swimming pool, you ain't running in nothing cold, nigga, the bullet's gonna follow you and it's piercing through. It ain't gonna stop until it hit its target. We don't have guns like that on the streets.
That's right. That's insane,
right? We're connected with somebody high up through the military, and eventually they're watching that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So it's a pecking order to everything. Everybody has to answer the shit.
That's right.
That's what a lot of people don't understand.
That's insane. So listen.
Right. Do the music.
Right. So DJ Chilly Chill, before we get out of here, can you give me one backstory from your career? Now take your time with this one. I want you to think about it. I want you to be able to tell me, you've been on tour with the greats, Yo-Yo, Dub C, Ice Cube. I mean, you've produced the greats, right? Can you give me one backstory of something from your history that people might not know about you?
Let me see. I don't know. I mean, I done stuff for Kid Rock. I done stuff for Korn with me and RBX. As a matter of fact, me and RBX did 2 songs with Korn. We reflipped Born to Be Wild, and we did that for a soundtrack, which is called The Road Dogs.
Okay.
And we did, I can't remember the name of the other song. Oh, we did some with Body Count also.
Nice.
Before D-Rock, which was one of the main members with the mask before he passed away. Rest in peace, D-Rock from Body Count. So, I done jazz. I done that with one of my mentors named Wayne Vaughn that's did Let's Groove Tonight for Earth, Wind and Fire. He's married to Wanda Vaughn from one of the lead singers of The Emotions. So, I've done all stuff with Quincy Jones, stuff with Nancy Wilson, stuff for Ike Turner. It's a lot of stuff just besides just rap that I've done.
Wow. See,
so when a lot of people look at me, they looking at the Lench Mob and the Ice Cube and the West Coast, they thinking that I do all kinds of music, from folk music to country music to gospel to pop to rock to heavy metal to folk, on down the line. It's too many to name. I just do music. I'm a person that loves music, no matter what it is. I can do it all. All that trap music, I can do all that shit.
See, and this is the reason why I asked
all
you.
That
because
that's a producer to me.
That's correct.
Producers that want somebody that could do any type of music, whether it's funk, whether it's whatever, and it's not going to sound the same. It's going to be different. None of my shit sounds the same. It's going to be different on different genres. You be like, damn, who the fuck did that?
Right.
Did.
Well, see, that's why. That's why.
Look, because they just looking. I don't like that. I like getting of the stuff I've done. I was blessed to do. That's that, but that's not just all me. So just like you asking me, what's me? It's more to me than just gangster music.
Right.
West Coast is more to me than that. So I'm a universal producer, and I think all producers should be universal, not just locked into one style.
Absolutely. And that's the reason why I asked you, because I think that there's a lot of people that don't know what you've really done outside of the Lench Mob or Cube. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what separates me from a lot of other different people. So it's just the point of delivering it to the world, and then the world will start hearing. So it's a lot of projects that's coming up that a lot of people start seeing, like Big Three's album to be released, JD's solo album to be released, Gorilla. One is from Long Beach, one is from Compton. Rest in peace. One of the members that's from Compton, which is Smooth O&E. That's coming. So it's like Sonny Black coming. J Money, he's coming, which J Money's done been on stuff already with Snoop and the Dog Pound, and he was signed to 19th Street Big C style. So, a lot of different people, a lot of different projects.
Wow. Any new Cube?
R&B.
Any new Cube music coming that you know of?
Probably so. We're going to get in there and do that also and knock that out. For sure, he's going to be on the Lench Mob album.
Right.
We're going to do that. All the Lench Mob members are coming together to do and keep that moving. And then, like I said, all the other members are doing their solo albums. And we just it's just about support. So, like, back to the question, even the backtrack to do whatever, when you ask me who would I want to work with, I want to work with everybody.
Yes.
So it's not really just one particular person that I want to work with. Everybody. I don't care if you're from the East, from the South, from the Midwest, or whatever. I want to fuck with everybody. And just put out good music for the people and throw that out and make people feel good. Make people dance and do this with all this shit that's going on right now, with all this mass shit.
I know.
And shot, all this bullshit. It's like, come on, man. You just got to have some type of fun. You got to live our life.
Absolutely.
You can't get caught up. Yeah, you can't get caught up because this shit will suck you up and have you depressed and all kind of shit. It's like, nah, man, you got to keep smiling and fighting to be positive through all the negativity. Remember, the world is built of just all negativity. So all that energy. So you got to have positive energy.
That's right.
To push it, you fight. So you got to fight 10, 20 times harder just to make it through, because you surround around so many negative people and so much negative energy that some people sent your way in different forms and formats to just cause some bullshit. So you got to know how to dodge that shit and sit your ass down, know when to move to the left and when to move to the right, all of that.
Any new Yo-Yo music coming?
Yeah. Yep. You're gonna hear new music from every member.
Incredible.
Yeah, and we're gonna start pulling in and doing stuff for all the other members. So all the other West Coast people that people may have forgot about, we're gonna bring them back. All the other East Coast people that people may have forgot about, we're gonna bring that back. Southern people that people don't forgot about, we're gonna bring that back. That's my goal. I want to do that.
I look forward to hearing all the new classics come out. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I look forward to making it.
Absolutely. So Chilly Chill, how can our listeners continue to follow you?
You can check my Instagram, which is OG Chilly Chill, because I couldn't get Chilly Chill by itself because there's so many. Oh, that's another thing. There's a million Chilly Chills. It's like, God damn it, y'all know that it's one motherfucking Chilly Chill, and that's me, the first Chilly Chill, the original. I'm looking at all these people talking about the one and only and this, and like, how the fuck are you that? And you younger than me. How are you that? You don't have no history.
That's right. There's only
it's
one.
Like, I respect that, but you gotta show respect if you're using somebody's name that was there before you. That's just like a person saying, I'm finna be Snoop Dogg, or I'm finna be Crooked I. How the fuck you gonna be Crooked I?
Right.
How you gonna be Snoop Dogg? How you gonna be Ice Cube? How you gonna be Eazy-E?
Right.
Why would you even choose a name? I'm finna be WC. How you gonna be Dub C? And it's only one Dub C that's already made a history in the lane that you're trying to be in. So if you're trying to rap, or you trying to produce or do whatever, I'm looking at all these, and then some people just like the name Chilly Chill.
Well,
but come on, man, do y'all history. But you can catch me, OG Chilly Chill Instagram, OG Chilly Chill Facebook, OG Chilly Chill Twitter, all of that.
There's only one DJ Chilly Chill that I'm aware of, and that's from the West Side. That's the Lench mob, right?
Exactly. Yep. Or they can hit www.chillychill.net.
Well, there it is.
For all y'all listening, you want to know who's the real Chilly Chill, who's the nigga there first, who's the person that's going to put out these hits and been a part of this on the West. I don't want to see nobody from the South saying they Chilly Chill. I don't want to see nobody from the East saying they Chilly Chill because you're not me. If I'm dead, okay, whoever got the most talent, take it over and earn that right to use that name. If you ain't earned that right to use that name and you ain't dead, now that's that. I ain't wasting my time trying to sue nobody because I own copyrights to the name.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's like, but nobody's just using it, making any money, so it'd be a waste of time for me suing. Even for me to hit them with cease and desist letters. It's just confusing, but anybody that know, that's true fans, you already know. Google Chilly Chill, Bob, it's a whole bunch gonna come up, but they all coming up under me, the original person.
Absolutely. So all social media platforms and everything is OG DJ Chilly Chill, right?
Yeah. Some is OG, some is DJ, some I was able to use Chilly Chill, but basically that Chilly Chill, man, they've been sewing that shit up on the internet. That's females using that name because they just like it.
Right.
Different people. It's a person from Louisiana using saying he DJ Chilly Chill. A person from Florida is saying he DJ Chilly Chill. Like, now you know goddamn well if you done heard Ice Cube, you done heard Yo-Yo, you done heard Dub, you heard the name, you know damn well that belong to me.
That's
so
right.
Why would you use a name that don't belong to you?
Yo, Chilly Chill, homie, make the track move. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So Chilly Chill, listen, man, you are a legendary DJ, a legendary producer from the legendary group, the Lench Mob, and you've produced everyone from Ice Cube to Yo-Yo, Dub C. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Ice-T and so many classics, so many legends. So I just want to salute you and thank you for allowing me to interview you on Vinyl Esquire.
I appreciate you having me on here.
Absolutely. So Vinyl Esquire is the DJ podcast that uplifts the DJ culture and honors our legends. And we have had the honor to listen to and to interview the legendary DJ, producer, DJ Chilly Chill.
Oh yeah. West Coast, keeping the West Coast. Always throwing up the dub. Anytime you see me, I'm going to throw up that dub to represent the West. But I got love for the East, the Midwest, the South, everybody. Ain't no nothing. I'm happy for everybody that's doing their thing. It's a lot of things I don't like that's going on, that's been going on. I would like everybody to step their game up and smash and be more original than what it is, but I'm happy they're doing it because they're contributing. The only thing I don't like is the bullshit, the negative shit that's tied to it, because then you're fucking off the money.
No question. Well, salute to you, sir.
Thank you, bro.
Hello world, I want to welcome you to Vinyl Esquire, the podcast that delivers culture, truth, music.